Hello, in this video we wanted to go over how we install garage floor coatings A to Z for 2-car, 3-car, 4-car garages. We're going to start off here with taking the angle grinder into the saw cuts that this customer had. This was a referral from a floor that we had completed a couple years ago, and they were looking for the exact same flake color, our most popular creek bed. So starting off, we like to angle grind through the saw cuts so we can clean both the left and the right wall of the saw cut, but also get rid of all the debris down the crack there as well too. Afterwards, we apply back rod after we vacuum the surface. Back rod lets us continue to honor the joint because they do have a purpose, but many people want to have them filled. So we want to have the best of both worlds, still allowing them to crack if they do underneath, but also putting on to top of that a coating that has expansion and contraction ability for the future for you. So after we fill those cracks with our joint filler, we overfill them, and then we're able to start grinding the floor down. As you can see, we're starting here with our propane planetary machine. It has 3 heads onto it, 9 diamonds in total, 3 per head. Spins around the whole entire floor. What this does is allows us to get increased abrasion resistance onto the surface. And at the same time, as we are increasing the abrasion resistance, we are getting rid of anything that is onto the surface, be that oil, be it rust stains, cracking, pitting, anything that can inhibit our bond to the concrete is what we are trying to delete from there. So as we're grinding across the whole entire floor, depending upon the size, sometimes we'll either go up and down, left and right, all the way through the floor. Or in this case, since it wasn't the largest of garages, we were able to just loop around entirely all the way across the floor. As you can see as well too, we are able to grind over that patch now that it's fully cured, and we'll just keep going all the way across the floor until we're able to get it a lot more white like you see here, indicating that it has been ground. With this, we also use between 16 to 30 grit diamonds and many different diamonds depending upon the hardness or the softness of your concrete. And as you can see, he's just finishing up. Usually we don't have to wobble the machine, but this concrete was a little bit harder than usual, so we wanted to make sure that we were getting into the areas that we had already cut and out of the areas. It seemed like there was a little bit of like a sealer onto here beforehand. So as he's finishing it up here, we are also always attached to vacuums here so that we really can keep the dust down. The only time we really generate dust is when we're grinding up against the walls of the concrete, because the big machine here can take off about an eighth of an inch, a little bit more will be just left around the edges there that we can't grind off with the large machine. So we come back with the hand grinders for the small, kind of hard to get areas. As he's finishing that up, we're now vacuuming the whole entire floor because we also want to have great adhesion. Even though it has been ground, it's important to have very high CFM. Basically, how much flow do you get through a vacuum? And as we were vacuumed it all up, we also leaf blow just in case there's any less surface dust onto it. As we start here, we generally start into the back. This is a full polyaspartic flake floor in the creekbed flake. We're pushing the base coat out here, and as you can see, I'm also using a notch squeegee. Most people will just roll it out as you can see here, but when we actually apply the whole entire product, we want to ensure that we are getting the right amount of adequate coverage across the whole floor. If we were to just roll it on, there wouldn't be any consistency. So with the notch squeegee, if you can imagine, a normal squeegee would just be flat like this. We have grooves into this squeegee so that I can apply it exactly at 150 square feet per gallon. As I'm pushing this across the floor, he's back rolling it both ways just to make sure everything is fully level, and then we start to throw the flakes. Onto this floor, we also did these stem walls, which are about 3 inches tall, and we're just finishing it off here. After we flake the whole entire floor, we want to look over everything just to make sure we have adequate coverage, and we always project more onto the floor than is necessary and then reclaim it afterwards. After about 2 or 3 hours here, we were able to start scraping the floor. We scrape in 3 different directions so that we are able to still have more texture onto the floor, but not so much texture that you can't walk onto the floor barefoot. They're just finishing it off. And then after that, we leaf blow everything, vacuum up everything again, so that we have a surface which is entirely clean before we apply the top coat. With the top coat, we switch over our squeegee from a notch squeegee to a flathead squeegee so that we can still get that same 150 square feet per gallon right across the flakes. We push out the material and then we back roll it afterwards, first going this way, and then we finish off with the side roll after that. All of this was completed in one day, and if you're watching this video now, today is November 16th, 2025. We still have about 5 more floors we can complete for this whole year, and we would love to get you a free estimate if you're over in Central Illinois. Let me know if you have any questions down below that I can make more videos for you, and see you soon.